So what we're really interested in is trying to find out what the genetic determinants are for breast cancer spread. And we are hoping that by identifying these genes and the variants of these genes, that we can use this as a clinical tool to actually predict those patients who are likely to develop metastatic disease. And by identifying those patients, we're hoping we can eventually go on and develop better tailored or personalized treatment, so we can treat those patients who need to be treated and at the same time spare those patients who do not need additional adjuvant therapy from undergoing unnecessary therapy, and therefore improving quality of life for them as well as hopefully improving outcome for the other patients at risk. We've identified a number of genes so far, about 4 of which we've been able to identify really have an effect in humans. And so right now we're continuing to look for additional genes that may be useful for this sort of prognostic tool, as well as trying to begin to understand what the mechanisms and the molecular and cellular processes that we're affecting by these genes are being impacted by variants in the population. So the first gene that we discovered is a gene called SIPA1, SIPA1, and it is involved in cell adhesion in tumor cells as well as some other processes that we don't understand at this point. But variants in this gene are likely to make tumor cells more or less sticky, and so they are more or less able to escape from the primary tumor, and by doing so that probably affects the ability of these tumors to metastasize. There are a couple of other genes we've been looking at, BRD4, which is a gene that's involved in cellular transcription and processing of genes. Another gene, RRP1B, that we really don't understand the function of yet. We're trying to figure out what that does. And the fourth gene that we're interested in, that we're trying to publish right now, is a gene called TTC9C that seems to be impacting the expression levels of the gene SIPA1 in particular. And that's somehow also involved in metastasis, but we don't know what the mechanism is yet at this time.